And welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. We are still in Lothering, and in the last episode we just picked up a new team member, Liliana. And before I'm going to do anything else, I want to check out her tactics. Because I've been getting a comment about this, and I wrote down the name this time. Bumbucks, thank you very much. That I should make sure that my ranged companions actually used range presets, and that makes sense, I guess. So I think I want her to be an archer, since she already has some skills in archery, and I guess I will make her ranged. And yeah, I will keep this like it is for now, until I maybe fiddle around a bit manually with these settings. And I don't really know what my other people are doing. Well, okay, Alistair definitely isn't an archer. Maybe he can be a defender? Oh. I really need to look into this kind of stuff and read all the descriptions so I can know what behavior I want to assign to them. Yeah, I will do this later. I mean, this looks fine. I haven't really looked into Morrigan's skills either, but yeah, Liliana is now an archer and she has ranged behavior. That should be fine, I guess. Although, I think I can at least give her daggers as a secondary weapon. You know, just so she can defend herself at close range, I guess. Plus, it just gets the stuff out of my inventory, so fine. Alright, so we still have a lot of town to explore. And I think the next thing we're going to do is go and talk to those two persons, because they apparently have to get something off their chests. So let's do this. Alison.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
Huh. Apparently I don't. What do you need traps for?
Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Yeah, Barlin is the guy who asked me for the poison, actually. But I guess I do not have any trap-making skills, and so I can't really help her. Why don't you just buy some?
None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields.
Yeah, sorry, I can't make traps.
I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Well, I guess that settles it. Elder Miriam.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
Oh dear. What's going on here?
Ever since good King Cailan passed, refugees and soldiers have been passing through. I'm the elder here, and I've my hands full making sure refugees don't turn to petty theft, or worse. Sir Bryant at the Chantry is seeing to matters of defence and such. He'd have more of an ear for your type.
But there's something you want. I can see it above your head.
Too much to do, and not enough time.
So, do you need any help?
I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
Yeah, I think Morrigan can make potions and stuff. I don't, but my friend does.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Alright, let's actually have a look at that quest and at the one we got from Barlin. Alright, this is the Blackstone Regulars. No, this is what I'm looking for. So, some poison for Barlin, which seems a little bit shady, but, you know, I'm guessing these are just some basic tutorial quests that are supposed to tell you how to do these things, so I guess I will just do them quickly. Refer to her note. I didn't really get any note though. I have read all my codex entries before starting this. So what am I exactly supposed to do now? Morrigan, right. Morrigan can make herbs. Where are these notes they're talking about?
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
I didn't need them. Here you go. Oh, well, apparently I already have whatever she needs, so there you go.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Well, thank you. So, I guess this quest is completed. Well, great. 3 flasks of venom for Balin. Okay, let's see. Right, Liliana can make poison. Venom. I need toxin extract for that, though. I will have a look around for that. Let's check out the rest of this town. Alright.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
Oh, you two will be just going on like that forever, won't you? That's great. Pile of filth. Well, why not check out this pile of filth? Because
Can I get
you
you a
that's
ladder
just
so you can
something that
get
we
off
do.
my back?
Deep mushroom. Okay. And another deep mushroom. None of these doors can actually be entered though. Okay, so Sten. Okay. Enchanter's board. Oh, these are right. Board emphatic. Enchanter's board. I guess this is the bandits I need to kill. Alright. Oh, and Liliana? Make yourself useful. Why? What's with all the shields in those chests? Pretty bad shields anyway.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
What's going on here? Chastened.
The carnage we left in the wilds was horrifying.
Yeah, I know.
You do not seem a refugee. Were you part of the army?
Yep. Okay.
Shokke basit Isra, Marade starit, Merade twasit, Abana kyun, Maras shokra, kyun.
That was an autosave. Hello? Can we help you?
You aren't one of my captors. I will not amuse you any more than I have the other humans. Leave me in peace.
Well, What are you? That is an odd question. You're a prisoner. Who put you here?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Qunari peoples.
Oh, you are that Qunari creature that the refugees talked about. But what exactly is a Qunari?
If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming. Though
Sorry.
it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would
Me
also
neither,
suggest that
actually.
Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
Enough of that, you two. Let's focus on the prisoner. Ooh. Sure, let's try to recruit him, I guess, because that's, just picking up some random murderer from a cage is totally fine. Oh, RPGs. I find myself in need of skilled help.
No doubt. What help do you seek?
I'm sworn to defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then?
I am. And apparently the Grey Wardens do recruit, convicts like Daveth. So I guess I'm in good company when I just ask him to come along. Yes, I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
What's that supposed to mean? Would the revered mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
Yeah, I'll leave you for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Alright. New quest, the Qunari prisoner. Find a way to free Sten. You agreed to speak to the revered mother to see if you can get Sten released. And well, apparently my guys think that I should release him as well, so yeah, I'm not going to do the soldier quest now. Let's go back to the chantry and speak to the revered mother again.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. Oh, you never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
I actually want to talk to Liliana once we spoke to the mother. Alright. Let's see if she just will let that murderer go.
Good day, Sister Liliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you, then?
Yes. I want to talk about Sten, the Qunari you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Well, you know, what did he actually do?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Qunari gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Qunari just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
Interesting. What would make him do such a thing?
He would not say. Though he acknowledged his guilt, even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Qunari is a danger.
Interesting. So he admitted to that? I wonder if there's more to it anyway. Is there any way I can convince you to release him?
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
Yeah. Oh. Should I intimidate her? That is pretty harsh. I was thinking you might release him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Liliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Qunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Alright, this actually worked. Thank you, Liliana. Although it's kind of funny that the mother kind of called me her friend. I mean, I just met that girl, so I don't really know much about her either. Okay, let's go back to Sten. But before that, we will open this chest.
What now?
Yep. Alright. And off we go. And apparently, whenever I go over this bridge, they start talking. Let's see if it happens this time.
I'm wondering, Morrigan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
Yours, apparently, being to bother me.
I guess I'm more with Morrigan on this. Alright, let's open the cage.
You wish something more of me?
I have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Yay! How can you help us exactly?
I have spent my life in the vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get.
Fair enough. Very well, I'll let you out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
That's a noble thought. Thank you, Sten. Glad to have you with us.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Oh dear. I feel like that I barely got to know these guys, so I think Sten will have to wait. I will put him into my team another time, but I'll leave the one that I have for now, I guess, because I have totally forgotten that I can actually speak to my companions when they're in my group. So, Liliana.
Yes?
Yes, let us talk. We still have a few minutes in this recording, so I will just spend it talking to my guys. What do you know of this place?
Lothering? I think it started as a settlement by the river, and then grew when it became the place where two roads met. There are always people in Lothering, but many are just passing through.
Let's talk about something else.
Yes?
I think you should go. Oh, I can actually send her away. That's interesting. I'd like
Well,
to talk.
here I am.
Yeah, this vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
Okay. So you dreamed of the Blight.
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rosebush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
Okay. I'm not sure if this isn't maybe a little bit of an overinterpretation. And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
The Chantry says the Maker has left us.
He's still here. I hear him in the wind and the waves. I feel him in the sunlight that warms my skin. I know what the Chantry says about the Maker, and what should I believe? What I feel in my heart, or what others tell me?
Are you saying the Chantry is wrong?
They said my ideas were blasphemy. But is it so bad if what I believe gives me comfort? If it could give someone else comfort? I know what I know, and no one will ever make that untrue.
All right. Can I talk to you
Yes?
again? I'd like to
Well,
talk.
here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
Yeah. Sanctimonious preach like all the other Chantry said it. You just don't seem to belong in a cloister.
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
And why were you seeking safe harbor?
The Chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Alright, I just checked my recording. We still have a little bit of time, so I guess I will just keep on talking.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What was life like in the Chantry cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Condescending, how so?
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
I don't quite understand. Don't you believe that the Maker kinda chose you or spoke to you? I don't really want the Maker looking in on me anyway. But I guess I do prefer her ideas to that of the Chantry, so yeah.
Thank you. Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Oh, Lena approves.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Do you have any tales to share? I guess this is something for another time. Let's move on. Let's talk tomorrow again, maybe.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
A shape changer. How did you grow up in the Qunari wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
Oh, sorry. Well, you could if you wanted to.
Oh, what luck. What is it you asked? If I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
But you kept going back to the wilds?
Would you not do the same? Your world is an unforgiving and cold place. The wilds I hail from is home to me, and I a natural denizen. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
I can just imagine.
I rather doubt that. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be travelling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and batted my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
Well, it's not human society you're in Ferelden. Yeah, it's kind of funny that she speaks of humans and human society as if she wasn't a human. It's not human society, you're in Ferelden.
Yes, yes, some men have painted lines across the maps. I've seen them. I'm sure the human world is very diverse, but the differences are mostly meaningless. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes, how to eat at a table, how to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Yet here you are.
Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Alright. And let's have a quick chat with Alistair as well.
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan? Yeah, I'm going to ask him about Duncan eventually.
Ask away.
I'd like to ask something. What can a Templar do exactly? Did I already ask him that? I don't remember. I will ask it.
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So Templars use magic themselves?
You could call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't look on it the same way, however, since really our talents only work on mages. Against a regular person, I'm just a guy in a metal suit.
Seems like the Templars could run the Chantry.
You'd think that. But it's not so. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted.
Oh, wow.
And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
Wow. So you were addicted to this lyrium?
Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templar's talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Whoa. What was that? But yeah, that is interesting. That's pretty dark switch that the Templars are all, you know, basically addicted and they can't leave the Chantry because the Chantry is the only one who can supply them with this drug. That's interesting. Alright, I think this is enough time for now. We will end the episode here, and I guess in the next episode we will continue to explore. So, see you then.